Hey guys, welcome back to the Crafty Nature Dragon. So, as you can see, we are revisiting the Bugatti Chiron, the big Lego that I kind of sort of did a review on when I first started posting or uploading videos. And I believe in that video I told you guys that I screwed something up in the car, and that whenever I pushed the car, it would jam up and the pistons wouldn't work. But, yesterday, I took the car off, it's a little podium thing, and, I was cleaning it, and I decided to mess with it a little bit, and, you see this little red gear shift. Well, I was messing with it, and I pushed it this way, so when you push the car, the pistons move! I am very, very surprised by this. That the pistons move, the steering. The steering works. It works. There we go. Yeah, it still works. And I am very, very impressed because I really thought the pistons weren't gonna move. I really thought that the motor was not going to work properly. As I put so much time and effort into building this car that I was like, oh my god, I put so much time and effort in this car and now it doesn't work properly. Yeah, like each book for this car was thick. This is like chapter book, and you can see the pages. 315 pages, steps and all. When I finally finished this, I was so tired. The first day of building this, I believe it or not, I sat in my room in this very spot for 14 hours straight. I got up and ate a little bit of food and some water. I sat down. I went to the bathroom, course, but minus the bathroom, minus the food, I worked 14 hours on this car. 14 hours. And 10:30, Christmas Day, I believe, I finished the motor. The first main part of this car. Now, I'm pretty sure that book number 2 is thicker than book number 1. I think it's got more pages. Yes, book number 2 has more pages to it. This thing has, and plus this car has its own serial number in the hood, right there. Its own freaking serial number and everything. So yeah, if you want to get this, I'll put a link in the description to get this. This cost me $350 to get this from Amazon. It may be more expensive than that on Amazon. But overall, the most amount of pieces in this whole entire thing, there were a lot of pieces. So 970 steps. 970 steps. This is ages 16 and up, and it's a 1/8 scale. It's very big. It's about the size of the massive RC car that I have in my garage right now. But you guys, right now, take a guess at what do you think is the most used Lego piece in this whole set? Because I think I already know. Because it's Lego Technic, and you need a lot of these little connectors. If I can find find them. Here. Where's all my, here. 600. Where's my finger? Oh, 684 black connectors went into building this thing, and I believe I used all 684. I do have some spare parts because, of course, LEGO, they send you spare parts. But in total, this LEGO was 3,599 pieces, and like I can build Legos very fast. Like my uncle gave me the Millennium Falcon as a Lego, not the big one that's got 7,000 pieces to it. I'm not gonna build that because my limit is how many pieces this car took to build. 3,600 pieces. I'm sorry. You know what? Ignore the noises outside. Those people were moving the swing set in the backyard. But this is the limit of pieces I'm stopping at, with all the moving parts and everything. I am gonna show you guys a smaller, like, Lego car that's got a moving motor and steering, but like it does not have everything that this car has. I will be right back. I'm gonna get that car now. Alright guys, I'm back. I grabbed the other car that I just told you guys about, and this is where I really should have started off first. I should have started off with this and not that. I'm gonna flip this over for you so you guys can see all the gears that went into this one. And the steering, it's not in the console, it's back here in this little tube. You can see that it controls the steering. And then when the rear wheels move on this little car, these little pistons, stay straight, please. Move the car. See the faster you move the car, the higher those pistons go. So flipping this car over, you can see, like, this was, I want to say 300, maybe 200 or 300 pieces. I don't know if it was 400. It may have been 400. This is a Corvette Stingray, by the way. But you can see, like, oh, there's a lot of pieces and all. Like, I use these sort of gears to make these pistons move. Now flipping over this car. Look at all the gears in that. You can see there were a lot of pieces and parts and effort that went into building this. Like when I first got this car, I just thought to myself, oh my god, what did I get myself into? Like, I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be good. I didn't give up. I stuck to it, and you know what? I can take this little panel off right here. You guys can see in there. This car, it has real suspension, like real suspension. You can see it. It works a little bit better on the back than the front for some reason. I don't know why, but this is a very unique car because of the suspension works. And I don't know. Give me a sec. I gotta. Alright, I'll be right back once I get that piece back. Alright, I got the piece back on the car after some struggle. But another cool thing about this car is, actually, when did I build this? I think this is in book 1. Yeah. I was actually taking snapshots of this car, outside in my driveway, and, they kind of turned out like this. I'm actually gonna throw that photo in now for you guys to see. But it was still a really cool build, and I really loved building this car. Trying to find. So, yeah. That's how confusing this car was. Like, you needed rubber bands, you needed these little yellow pieces, you need these orange pieces. I didn't know what the heck they were. But after 7 months, almost, little me just discovered that I just had to move the gears in order for it to work. So you see the gear is centered now. The pistons don't move. The gears pointed that way. The pistons don't move. Only this way. The pistons move. Which means that is a real working gear shift. Back to this. Yeah, so there was a lot of parts and pieces and all things in between that went into this build. So I had to build 2 parts, and then there's something called the marriage process. And yeah, you gotta put like that by, that's what I said, yeah, by 10:30 at night, I believe it was Christmas Day, I finished the motor. This took me 24 hours over the course of 3 days. And the pistons were probably the hardest part of this car. Because I got real frustrated. I was like, oh my god, this is so hard. I regret getting this set. I'm like, well, you know what? I can't give up. I gotta keep going. And I did. I kept going. I did not give up. And by 10:30 p.m., Christmas Day, I ended with this. This is the whole rear motor of this car. And it took 199 steps. Now I had to build this part. You can see the marriage process. I had to stick these parts to these parts. Yeah. I read this, I was like, oh my god, how much are they gonna do? Yeah, but each part was in a box. Actually, you know what? The boxes are set up right there. They can either be the front of the car or the rear of the car. So yeah, so before I stuck on all of this outer part to make it look like that, this is what the car mainly looked like. It looked like a bunch of Legos stuck together. You can see the actual car in the background. Oh my god, those people. Oh. Alright. Yeah, so skipping through this is what I ended up with day 2. The 26th. I think I did work late that day. Cause like this part was even more confusing than the first part. Cause you can see all the black pieces in here, and the yellow pieces. And this thing's even got a gas pedal on it. You can see it right there. It doesn't function, but it's an actual gas pedal. A gas and brake pedal. You can see part of the inside right there. That little yellow area. And so I had to build the parts where all the roof was gonna go, the roof and everything. That's part of the console, the inside area right there. Did I say console? Wait, yeah, I did. Wait, yeah. These pieces right here is what I had put on there. And I had to build all of this until I finally made out this. After hours of building, this is what I made. And this is what I had to do. I had to take the motor and install it into the front. The marriage process. You can see this just looked downright confusing to me. That's what the engine looked like in there. So I stuck the motor to the front of the car with these points here, and I think I did do that right. I get why this is for ages 16 up. I'm not gonna tell you guys my actual age, but it was tricky. But put all these pieces together. I had to go to the other side. It's more and more confusing. And this is what book 1 gave me. The main skeleton of the car. I don't think I have the book for this little car yet, but I'm gonna go and look and see if I have it, so I will be right back. Alright, so I looked for the book for this little car right here. I couldn't find it. So, back to Bugatti Book 2. Book 2, by far, is the hardest, like a book I had to go through. So it starts off with the chassis, you know, got the rear body work and deck lid. I don't know what a deck lid is. Yeah. So you can see the rear wing. It's actually functional. Take this out. This is a little key you need for it. I've read this. Building the rear. I don't know who said this. I don't know who said this, but as you can see, it was tricky. It was hard. So the rear wing took a very long time to build. Before I get into the next book, I'm actually going to show you how it works. So there is, you guys see that little blue round piece right in there? So this little key, get it in there. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Plugs right in there. And then, so you just get yourself a piece fall off. Oh, I'm having issues with that piece. And the wings flips up, and it flips back down. And that's probably one of my most favorite parts of this car, was building that little fin. It was so cool. Alright, so welcome to the book. Now I get through everything, look through everything. I'm like, oh, the back of the car, it's starting to come together. It's starting to look like what it was supposed to look like, a Bugatti. So what was I doing here? I was trying to build seats. I did build the seats already. And this is where I was trying to build this part with the steering wheel and all the other little gadgets and such. The drive shaft and all. And what was I doing here? Oh, I was putting these little blue pieces in here where the wheels were. And then I had the console. Yeah, I guess center console. Yeah, I guess so. Center console. I put that steering wheel. Yes, by the steering wheel. And then these little parts went in here. I have no idea what they're for. To me, they kind of looked better, like, flipped the other way. I just followed the directions, and I'm like, I don't want to screw anything up. And I thought I did until I got the pistons to work on this motor. Yeah, this is what will confuse me. Guys, can see the people who designed this car, they spent a lot of time. And I still did see this video on YouTube. These people, they actually made a life-size LEGO Bugatti Chiron, like out of these little LEGO pieces. I don't know. I don't think it works. I don't think so. But I don't know how many pieces that took. But if you guys saw that video, tell me how many pieces it took, because I didn't watch the video. I just was skipping through YouTube, and that's what I saw. So, packet 11. Oh wait, I didn't finish what I was saying about the Millennium Falcon earlier. Yeah, so my uncle gave me the Millennium Falcon. It was 1,500 pieces. He's like, oh, it's gonna take her days to build. Like take her a week or two. I built that Millennium Falcon in 5 hours. The day I got it for my birthday, I sat in my room right over there and sat and built that for 5 hours, and I screwed up a few pieces because it did not work properly. But I saw this car and I'm like, whoa, I'm up for the challenge. I like, in the first drawing video that I posted of like me going through all my stuff, the most recent one, part 1, I walked over to this car and I put in a caption that said, I like Bugatti Chirons, and I do. I have 2 up there, a blue one and the red one, And I actually had a friend who claims that one of these cars was driving behind his car, and he snapped a photo of it. I haven't seen that photo yet, but I'm kind of excited to see it because I've never seen one of these in real life. Anyway, back to this. I did not install the steering yet. So the steering comes a little bit later. Oh wait. Oh no, I did install the steering. The first time I installed the steering, I actually put the part on backwards. I put it on upside down. So I managed to wheel that out without breaking any parts. And then comes, like, when I built these headlights and stuck them on, I'm like, this car is coming together now. This car looks great. I was messing with it. You can flip these you can actually flip the headlights out and like flip these parts out. And like, the car actually looked really funny when I spin the headlights out. Like, when I spin the headlights out, it looked. Comment down below if that actually looks funny, because I think it looks really funny. But I started the car and I'm like, oh, it's so cool, because I was gonna go on vacation for 3 days. And I was like, I have to finish this car before I go on vacation. Because I'm gonna be, like, if I don't finish the car before we leave, like, I'm gonna be, like, dying to finish it and get back. So, I started the car around 7, the day we were gonna leave, and I finished the car around 9. I remember bringing it downstairs, and my whole family was like, oh my god, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen, and I was so proud of myself. Yeah, until I realized that the car didn't move, and I'm like, why is the car not move? So I attempted to take the whole back part apart and figure out what's going on, and that was a bad idea. I didn't know how to put it back together. I spent 3 hours putting the whole rear of this car back together the way it was, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna put it on display. It's not gonna work. And I was so happy. Yesterday, I freaked the heck out when I moved this car and I saw the pistons moving. And I was like, wait, what? The pistons move? And I was so surprised. But this is when I put the model number in, and I put the 2 little, like, flexible little things in there. And I'm like, wow, this car is starting to come together. I'm almost done. So I was like so excited, and I got to the part that said rims and tires. I was like, yes, I'm almost done this. And 4 wheels, 4 tire rims, 2 of these long things go around the doors. You can see right here, and 2 of these things. Wait, no, yeah, no, 1 of these things that goes, I believe, here, right here. And I was like, I'm almost done. I'm almost complete. Well, yeah, I am complete. But I'm like, I've almost completed this. And I remember I built both of these and everything. I remember I was building, and I got to the brake pads, and I put the brake pads on, and I put the wheels on, and when I put the wheels on, I'm like, I finally finished this car. Now, like, this little purse thing I didn't build because it was, like, boring. It looked odd. But when I finished the key for the rear, for the little fin in the car, I was like, I'm complete. I finished. I have finished Bugatti Chiron. And I was so happy. Yeah. So, that was an update on the car. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye!